If you've been researching BMX bikes, you've probably come across the Kink Williams. This is Kink's most expensive BMX bike, and it's got some aftermarket parts, although it doesn't have an aftermarket frame. This bike is marketed and designed to be a pro level or a really high level BMX bike. But in the Discord, Ticklebot is asking, should I get the Kink Williams as a first bike? So he's getting a first bike and he's considering this high-end Kink Williams BMX bike. So we're gonna decide if he should get it, if the Kink Williams is a good first BMX bike. So let's get right into it. Over on my other channel, I did a really in-depth review on the Kink Williams BMX bike, so if you're seriously considering it, make sure you go watch that review over there. For a first bike, I'd say the Kink Williams might not be the best choice. And with that being said, there's also a lot more to consider than the quality of the bike or the bike overall. The Kink Williams has a 21-inch top tube, so if you're smaller than like 5'9", this bike's gonna be too big for you, and even though it's a really high quality bike, it's gonna be hard for you to learn tricks on. It's gonna be hard for you to control. It's going to be hard for you to maneuver. And so it would be better to spend less money on a bike and get something that's lower quality that fits you right. Now, I don't know your height or anything, Picklebot, no idea. Or I'm just going to say, if you're smaller than 5'9", this is probably not a good bike for you. And so what a lot of people do is they look at the overall quality of a bike and try and buy the highest quality bike that they can afford. And this isn't always the best approach because there are things, the geometry of the bike, the quality of the bike, the top tube size, you know, all of those things really go into making sure that the bike is perfect for you. I do a free bike recommendation. The link for that's up here or in the description, where I'll find 3 bikes that are perfect for you based on your height, your budget, your skill level, and all of those things, and I'll send it back to you. And so if you're considering the Williams and you don't know if it's the right bike, make sure you fill that out and request it, and that way I can find a bike that's right for you. If you're just a brand new rider, the Williams might be considered overkill. The Williams has a full chromoly frame, aftermarket handlebars, aftermarket forks, I think. It's got double wall rims, it has a free coaster, it has 48 spline cranks, it has really high quality components. These components would be for somebody who's riding at like my skill level, somebody who can do tail whips, 360s, shred the streets, shred the park, and the bike's designed to hold up to that. So if you're just starting out, this might be way too much bike than you need. And he says in here he has a $1,000 budget. And I don't think he needs to spend $1,000 on a bike if you're just starting out. You can get something for around $500 that's gonna last and that you're gonna be really happy with. Even though it's gonna be lower quality, it might be a better option for you. So don't go out thinking that you need to spend a ton of money on a new bike if you're just starting out, or think about it more like what's right for you. So the things to consider are the quality of the bike, obviously, the size of the bike and your size, the geometry of the bike and the style of riding that the bike is good for, then the other accessories that it has. Does it have pegs? Does it have hub guards? Does it have a gyro? You know, all of those things you need to consider more than just the quality. So overall, just to like directly answer the question, for a brand new rider, I don't think the Kink Williams is the best option. I think you'd be better off spending less money on a bike that's lower quality because you're not sure if you're gonna stick with the sport. You might hate the sport, you might sell your bike, and it's better to just spend less money and get into it, ride, see if you like it, and then make upgrades or buy a newer bike from there. If you have a question about BMX and you want to ask your question just like Ticklebot did, join the BMX Nerds Discord. There are about 1,300 BMX members in there who can answer any question and help you learn more about BMX. It's a great BMX community. Can't wait to see you in there. The link is in the description.